Right then, good morning, Reds. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Howson. If you're new around here, can I just say, do me a favour, hit the subscribe button. Go on, I'll time you. And hit the notifications. Getting a couple of videos a day at the moment. So if you want to keep abreast of everything that's going on with United, there's going to be a loan watch out later today. So stick around for that. If you'd like, we're going to be talking about Jimmy Garner, Ted Menge, and Deshaun Bernard in a big way. And how they could probably come in and fix some of these problems that United have got, because there's a lot. Right, then here we go. What did we learn against Aston Villa in the FA Cup, where even though we went through, why am I angry? Well, I'll get into that, won't I? Number one, relying on De Gea. Now, I know it's good for you to be reliant on your goalkeeper, and ultimately that's what they're there for. They're there to bail you out. But it's time and time again for us at the moment, isn't it? And it's good, I guess, for Dave that he's in good form for once. But he is ultimately a big last line of defence for us. Big saves in big moments, and that's been the story of our season so far. So many times he's been man of the match. But let's have no two bones about it, though. His distribution still needs work. It's still a massive weakness in his game, and still actually a flaw that United have to overcome in our team play, because we turn over the ball in our own third and our own half too often, and a lot of that can come down to De Gea's either slow progression of the ball or poor progression of the ball. But make no mistake, when the shots are coming at him, there's not many better, is there? Number two, Donut FC. Donut FC, Steve, are you thinking about food again? No. It's fuck all in the middle, lads. Look at what I'm doing. Villa were able to break on us centrally. Right. Fucking basics of football. Strong centre, shown wide. You must have heard of this, right? Never get done through the middle. Always have a strong core. You let teams attack you wide because they're further away from the goal. No one comes through the centre. You've got to win the centre of the pitch. No, I'm not talking about the midfield. I'm talking literally about the centre of the pitch. And they bypassed it. And they bypassed the midfield with 1 and 2 passes at a time. Shite positioning. No one to be seen. And the midfield too are so ordinary on the ball. I'm not going to say shit because that's a bit too far, but they're so ordinary on the ball that they're just too exposed. And the passing gets found out so easily. It's depressing. And I don't see a solution for it. The midfield is the most important part of a team. If you've got you name me a team that's won anything of note with a crap midfield. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. You think of some of the teams that Ronaldo has led and Messi have led. All right, well, did they have a good midfield behind them? Fucking yeah. That Real Madrid team that did bits for Zidane, was Zidane genius? Yeah, well, you also had like Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro as a midfield three. Oh, yeah, they're pretty fucking good then. That Messi team, did they have a good midfield? Xavi and Iniesta and Busquets. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. Let's say yeah. It was all right. Yeah, it was good. Fucking hell, that Bayern Munich team. Yeah. Let's say yeah. Fucking hell. There's not even domestically. Let's look at Manchester City's at the minute. Rodri or Fernandinho, fucking quality. Last year you got Silva, you've got De Bruyne. This year Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne. Yeah. It's fucking good. Let's have no two bones about it. That Chelsea midfield, I've said it enough. I've said it so many times. The Chelsea midfield, you can take their third best player. Not Jorginho, Kovacic. Kovacic is fucking sick, mate. Kante. You can't play football with a bad midfield. Midfield's the most important part. You have a good midfield, it'll score you goals. You have a good midfield, it'll save you goals. You have no midfield, you got no fucking hope. Number 3, Rashford. What is going on, man? I've been trying to think, his injury, it's a fucking long time coming back from his injury. And it's not someone that I know would toss it off. I know he works hard. I know he works harder than he'd ever really want putting out there. But he ain't right. And I don't think it's attitude. I know body language doesn't look great at the moment, but I can assure you it isn't attitude. He's not walking on there thinking anything other than trying hard. It just ain't coming off for him. It's one of those like, does Berbatov... Are you going to talk about Berbatov's body language? That's who he is. That's the way he plays. But it ain't right at the moment. And it ain't been right for months. It ain't been right for absolute months. And if anything, I don't know if the frustration's growing with it or if it's actually getting worse. I'm sure everyone's just going to say it's going to get worse. But nothing is going right for him at the moment. The application on the pitch just seems worrying, to be honest. And it now might have become a confidence issue. And sometimes that feeds into itself a little bit. No confidence because you're playing bad. You're playing bad because you got no confidence. Andy Cole went through spells of that. Self-belief's a big thing for a player. And Marcus hasn't got any at the moment. And I was trying to think, could it be systematic? Is a system maybe not suited to him? And you're like, nah, it's fuck all to do with a system. Like, a system can be right for a player or wrong for a player, but they still look good at playing football on the pitch. And Marcus doesn't at the minute. Number 4, attacking strangers. There is no coordination. There is no consistency. There is no fucking cohesion. There's nothing. We're attacking like we're playing football in a fucking playground and it's next goal wins. All the forwards seem... The opposition look telepathic in comparison to us. Our forwards just seem nothing like it. We look far too individually centric, and that's hurting as a team. It's almost one of those where you have to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, blow it out, and just go, do you know what? I'm going to create for someone else. Rather than thinking, I need to go fucking score a goal. And if everyone on the team says, I'm going to fucking create for someone else, I'm going to run for somebody else, and I'm going to make a fucking selfish off-the-ball run for somebody else, you'd actually all start scoring fucking goals, because that's the way football works. It's one of those mad ironies that you go, do you know what? I'm not going to focus on scoring a goal for myself. I'm going to make sure that I run off the ball so that guy scores. And I'm going to make sure that when I'm in the right position, I'm playing him in. Today, I'm going to fucking get an assist for him. That's what I'm doing. But everyone's sort of playing for themselves, and it's hurting the team. Number 5, fucking Ralph needs a plan. Something has got to give. Either his personnel or his philosophy has got to change, because this is not working. Results will always follow performance. At the moment, we've started to get a couple of results, but the fucking performance is woeful. It's dreadful. And I know that he's aware of his problems, but does he have time to fix them? Here's the problem you have and that you face. When you're the interim manager, you have to do something immediately. There has to be an immediate impact. When there's no immediate impact, there's no hope. When there's no immediate anything, you've got 6 months. You can't wait 18 months for it to develop. You went a year ago. You have to show an impact, and it can't wait 6 months to mature. And I think we're all sort of tarnished by what we saw Ollie do immediately. And we all kind of expected that kind of bounce for the last half of the season. And it's been fucking worse. It's bad at the moment. It is bad. And, you know, I think there's a hell of a philosopher and there's a hell of a practitioner of coaching and a professor of football in there. But does he have the ability to do the 10 things at once that need doing for Manchester United to turn this season around and for it to be a success? I'm getting the impression there's going to be no fucking signings this year. This summer, this winter even. And I think we'll probably focus it more on the summer for the actual manager who's going to take over, which makes a bit of sense, doesn't it, really? Bringing someone in Ralph once, if Ralph's only going to be a consultant going forward, doesn't make the best financial sense unless it's a long-term target. A little bit of a nod and a wink there for you, that might be going on. Don't expect anyone to be signed unless it's someone that's been a long-term youth target for the club this window. Something's got to give because he's fucking shite. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.